The most remote places on Earth are often the ones least touched by human civilization, holding mysteries that most people will never experience firsthand. These places, sometimes inhospitable and harsh, are not only physically isolated, but often hold secrets of a forgotten world. From islands far in the ocean to barren deserts and towering mountains, the world's most remote locations push the boundaries of human exploration and offer a unique glimpse into the Earth's natural beauty and harshness. One of the most remote locations on the planet is the point known as the Pole of Inaccessibility in the vast expanse of the South Pacific Ocean. This is the furthest point on Earth from any land, making it one of the most desolate places on the planet. The closest landmass is over 10,600 kilometers away, and the Pole of Inaccessibility is located in the middle of the ocean, where access by ship is perilous and often impossible due to strong ocean currents and unpredictable weather. The location remains largely unexplored due to its extreme isolation, yet it stands as a stark reminder of how isolated and vast the oceans are. Far from the oceans, the barren deserts of the world also contain some of the most isolated places. One such place is the Atacama Desert in Chile, often referred to as the driest place on Earth. With some areas of the desert having gone without rain for centuries, the Atacama is a place of extreme dryness, barren landscapes, and hostile conditions. Despite its harsh environment, the desert holds one of the most unique ecosystems, with several species of plants and animals that have adapted to survive in this extreme climate. What makes the Atacama truly remarkable is not only its isolation, but the fact that it remains largely untouched by modern human activity, with its vast salt flats, towering sand dunes, and salt-encrusted mountains remaining virtually unchanged for millennia. Another remote place that has captured the attention of adventurers and scientists alike is the remote island of Tristan da Cunha in the South Atlantic Ocean. Located about 2,400 kilometers from the nearest inhabited land, Tristan da Cunha is known as the most remote inhabited island in the world. The island's population, fewer than 300 people, lives in a small village surrounded by rugged mountains, volcanoes, and steep cliffs. The isolation of Tristan da Cunha has made it a place of deep intrigue, with the island's inhabitants living a lifestyle that has changed little for generations. The only way to reach the island is by a week-long boat journey from South Africa or Argentina, making it a place that few people can visit. Despite its isolation, Tristan da Cunha has become a symbol of human resilience and adaptability. The deep recesses of the Amazon rainforest in South America also represent one of the world's most remote and unexplored areas. Spanning across 9 countries, the Amazon is the largest rainforest on Earth, and its dense foliage and vast rivers make much of it inaccessible to human activity. Some regions of the rainforest are so remote that they have never been explored by scientists, and many indigenous tribes still live in isolation, with little to no contact with the outside world. These tribes have managed to survive in one of the most biologically diverse places on Earth, where wildlife and plant species thrive in ways that are still largely unknown to modern science. The Amazon is so vast and dense that even satellite images can miss parts of it, making it one of the most mysterious and remote places on Earth. Up in the far north, the Arctic is another region that remains largely unexplored. The frozen wilderness of the Arctic is home to harsh winds, freezing temperatures, and a landscape that appears almost otherworldly. The Arctic Circle encompasses parts of Alaska, Canada, Greenland, Russia, and Scandinavia, and much of its ice-covered terrain is difficult to access. One of the most isolated areas of the Arctic is the region around the North Pole, where permanent human settlements are scarce and travel is restricted to small expeditions. The Arctic's remoteness, along with its extreme weather conditions, has made it a place of mystery where only a few brave explorers venture each year to study its wildlife and ice sheets. Despite its isolation, the Arctic holds significant environmental importance and is a key focus of global studies on climate change. In contrast to the icy north, the deep jungles of Papua New Guinea offer another example of a remote region where tribes live in isolation and much of the land remains untouched by modern civilization. Papua New Guinea is home to some of the world's most remote and rugged terrain, with dense rainforests, towering mountains, and fast-flowing rivers. Many indigenous tribes in the region have lived in relative isolation for thousands of years, with some tribes having only limited contact with the outside world. The land is rich in biodiversity, and some of the most unusual and rare species of animals and plants can be found here. Due to the region's difficult terrain and lack of infrastructure, much of Papua New Guinea remains unexplored, and its remote jungles continue to fascinate scientists and anthropologists who are eager to learn more about the diverse cultures and ecosystems that thrive there. On the other side of the globe, the Antarctic continent offers one of the most inhospitable and remote places on Earth. Unlike the Arctic, which is mostly ocean surrounded by land, Antarctica is a vast landmass covered by ice sheets, some of which are more than 4,000 meters thick. The continent is the coldest, driest, and windiest place on Earth, and its extreme conditions make it virtually impossible to sustain permanent human life. Despite this, Antarctica is home to research stations from various countries where scientists study the continent's unique ecosystems, ice cores, and wildlife, including penguins and seals. The harshness of Antarctica's environment, along with its geographic isolation, makes it one of the most extreme and remote places on Earth. One of the most isolated places, however, is the underground cave system known as the Cave of the Crystals in Mexico's Nica mine. Located deep beneath the Earth's surface, this cave is home to some of the largest crystals ever discovered. These gypsum crystals can reach lengths of up to 12 meters, and the conditions inside the cave are extreme, with temperatures soaring above 50 degrees and humidity levels near 100%. The cave is so inhospitable that only a few short expeditions have been made to explore it, and it remains largely untouched by human hands. Its extreme conditions and the sheer size of the crystals within it have made the Cave of the Crystals a mysterious and virtually inaccessible wonder of the natural world. The world's most remote places, from the icy expanses of Antarctica to the dense jungles of Papua New Guinea, represent the extremes of Earth's geography. These places continue to fascinate us, not only because of their isolation, but because they hold secrets that remain hidden to most of humanity. Whether they are home to ancient cultures, rare species, or extraordinary natural phenomena, these remote regions serve as reminders of how much there still is to discover on our planet in places where few have ventured and even fewer have survived.